alongside Keith Patrick. I'm Joyce Woodman. Glad to have you with us at the ballpark, Tiger Field, for the final time this season. Well, at least the final scheduled time this season. As the regular season on the home field comes to an end for the Friendship Tigers. They'll still have one more game later this week against this same team. It's the Odessa Permian Panthers, a team that Friendship beat 4-1 earlier in the year, but it's still an important game for the Friendship Tigers as there is some playoff jockeying to do. Keith, also senior night, which is always an emotional night. Plenty of seniors that will get to play their final home game for the Tigers.
Yeah, Choice seniors and their families stretched all the way across the infield over the mound, and there was a lot of them. Certainly appreciate those guys, all the time they've put in for Friendship Tiger Baseball over the years. You know, for those that don't know, Friendship Tiger Baseball, a really strong program in West Texas, a large team, so there's a lot of kids that contribute to these teams through the years, playing JV, playing varsity, and playing together from being kids and coming all the way up to this level. So always appreciate them and what they do, their families, sacrifices they make.
We'll now pause for the national anthem, take a quick break, and be back in just a few moments with the starting lineups. It's Friendship Tigers Baseball on Oldies 97.7.
This is the story of a boy who didn't talk for a long time. The boy liked things to always be the same. Any changes would scare and upset him. The unknown was an unfriendly place. The boy was very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where they couldn't get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. He wasn't trying to be mean, it just made him feel uncomfortable. Sometimes he would flap his arms again and again.
One day, I found out I had something called autism. My family got me help. Slowly, I found my voice and learned all the ways I could live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
And good evening. Welcome back into Friendship Tigers Baseball on Oldies 97.7 and the Oldies 97.7 mobile app. Alongside Keith Patrick, I'm Choice Woodman. We're here at Tiger Field in Wolfforth, Texas. A beautiful night for baseball between the Friendship Tigers and the Odessa Permian Panthers. Let's go ahead and get you to the starting lineups. We'll start with the road team tonight. The Odessa Permian Panthers. It'll be number 34, Manny Guerrero, leading it off. He's playing right field today. Caden Bedrick, the third baseman, will bat second. Tanner Adams, the second baseman, will hit third. Aptly named the Odessa Waterfall from a season ago. And he still has the mullet going on that is flowing through the back of the helmet.
It's unbelievable.
Alec Villa or Vila, I'm not sure what we're going with there. He's the DH. The only reason I say Villa is because Taco Villa is from Odessa. I didn't know if it was a family business or not, so could be Villa. Jared Carrasco is the left fielder. He will hit fifth. Easton Hernandez, the center fielder, will bat sixth. Taylor Sullivan, the catcher, in the seventh spot in the lineup, wearing number 20. Isaiah Flores, the shortstop, will bat eighth. And rounding out the starting lineup, Noe Brito, the first baseman for the Odessa Permian Mojo Panthers. And for the Friendship Tigers, it'll be number 8, Jacob Gutierrez. The third baseman will lead things off, batting .407 on the season. Christian Kaiser, the shortstop, bats second and wears number 5. Peyton Kennard, the senior, will catch and wear number 20. He hits third tonight. Riley Robinson, another senior. He's a first baseman. He'll wear number 16 and bat in the cleanup spot. Colton Brown, another senior. He's the right fielder, batting fifth and wearing number 2. Austin Phillips, keep adding up the seniors. He's the pitcher. He'll bat sixth tonight and wear number 17. Batting seventh, Evan Johnson, the DH. He wears number 14. Isaac Hernandez, another one of those seniors, batting eighth. He'll play second base. And Brendan McFarland, the left fielder, bats ninth and will wear number 7. He plays left field today. Caden Jenkins, the center fielder, he'll be DH'd for, but good to see him back out in the field as the senior broke his hand earlier in the year. Not able to bat just yet, but able to get back out there and roam center field, his natural territory.
Really glad to see the Odessa waterfall is here, Choice. It's
always fun.
It's something. It's a commitment.
It is a commitment, and it's impressive. Odessa Permian in their road black uniforms with road gray pants today. It says Permian across the chest in black but outlined in white, as are the numerals. As Austin Phillips brings home the first pitch, it is 7:02 to start things off. Official time of the game. It's quick for senior night.
It is quick. Great job by everybody involved in senior night. Ran really smooth. Everything sounded good. Want to be a memorable night for those guys, but you don't want it to take 45 minutes either.
Phillips brings home the next pitch. It's chopped foul about 10 feet from the plate. No balls and 2 strikes to the leadoff hitter, the left-hander Manny Guerrero. As the Tigers in their home pinstripe whites, it says Tigers in script across the chest in blue, outlined in gold. Numerals also blue, outlined in gold. And the classic Friendship F stamp on the blue caps as the 0-2 pitch is chopped foul softly once again. No balls and 2 strikes to Manny Guerrero. As I mentioned earlier, Friendship, the winners over the Panthers in the first matchup between these two teams earlier this year, 4-1. A 2-hitter toss, a combined 2-hitter between Evan Johnson and Colton Brown. The 0-2 pitch misses a little bit outside, making it 1 ball and 2 strikes, but only one batter was able to get those 2 hits. And everybody else held hitless for Permian.
Yeah, that was an unusual game as well, Choice, in that it got pushed back from Friday to Saturday at noon because of impending weather.
1-2 pitch, a breaking ball down low that Guerrero able to lay off of. He was 0 for 4 in the first meeting between these two teams.
It is a beautiful night for baseball. We say that a lot, but we have fortunately had a lot of really pretty nights. 67 degrees out here, sun's going down. Breeze just barely blowing at 5 miles an hour.
2-2 hits slowly towards third base. Gutierrez up with it, and he'll flip across in time to get Guerrero at first, and plenty of time for the first out here in the top half of the first inning.
Really nice job by Gutierrez. We say that a lot about him. He has been pretty solid over there at third base, but he got it on the run and threw it on the run to Riley Robinson, who dug it out for him a little bit. But he makes some things look easy that aren't always so at the hot corner, and you have to remember to appreciate that when you have a young man that can do those things.
Again, I don't want to compare anybody to him, but body style and just playing style, reaction-wise, he reminds you a lot of Adrian Beltre and what he's done over at third base.
I don't disagree, Choice.
I mean, just
I think that's high praise.
The way he carries himself, if you're just trying to compare him to one batter, as the first pitch misses to the new batter, Caden Bedrick. The 1-0 offering misses. Actually, that is in there for a strike, as it caught the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. Keith mentioned a little bit of an oddity that we're playing on a Wednesday night tonight, but tons of rain poured on us on Monday as the 1-1 pitch shot very slowly, and Phillips runs it almost all the way to first base as he finally flips at the last second to Riley Robinson, and the 1-3 putout quickly has us with 2 away. Nothing hit squarely yet for Odessa Permian, as Keith's favorite, Tanner Adams, the Odessa Waterfall, as he has got the mullet flowing out of the back of the helmet.
He does. I'll tell you what, I ended up sitting near him at a baseball game not too long ago. He is a big-bodied young man, a nice young man, and the hair in person is even better. It is absolutely unbelievable. Tons of highlight in there, and he goes full Jose Canseco glasses as well.
First pitch to him is a slider that catches the outside corner. No balls and a strike. He bends over with the batting stance, kind of Ken Caminetti style. The 0-1 pitch in there for a strike as well. No balls and 2 strikes. He is a big-bodied guy and a Red Raider fan, so we like him for that.
That's right. And when we say big-bodied, we're not talking about heft. He's a muscular, thick athlete.
He's thick.
Absolutely.
The set by Phillips, who always pitches from the stretch, and the 0-2. That's in the dirt. Adams didn't chase it this time.
You talk about all that rain that was dumped on Monday night, Choice. I mean, the Tiger Field, we've talked about it before and bragged on these folks. It is truly the best natural surface that you're going to find in high school baseball all over this side of the state. It looks fantastic, but don't want to get out there and play on it on Tuesday after the downpours that we had.
Not at all. 1-2 pitch is hit in the air down the right field line. That's going to have been foul and out of play now. Count remains at 1-2 strikes. Yeah, a ton, and actually really good job by the crew here to get it ready to play.
Yeah.
Because there's still games that were supposed to be played today on makeup, like the Cooper Plainview one in Plainview. Plainview couldn't get their field ready in time, so it's a good job because it looks dry out there. Doesn't even look like it has any wet spots. The 1-2 pitch hit on the ground out towards second base. Isaac Hernandez easily fields it and throws across in time at first base for the final out of the third inning. It's 1-2-3 as Odessa Permian goes in order. No runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left on.
Tigers 0.
After 1/2 inning of play, Odessa Permian 0. Tigers coming up to bat. It's Friendship Baseball on Oldies 97.7.
Because of you, I felt hopeless.
I know it was a joke, but it still hurt me.
Because of you, I felt wanted and not alone in this world.
Because you said hi to me on the first day of school, I felt included, and I knew that I was going to be okay.
Keith Patrick, I'm Choice Woodman. This is Friendship Tigers Baseball on Oldies 97.7. Permian goes down in order in the top half of the first inning. Friendship due up to bat. As on the mound, and I apologize if his mama's listening because we're still struggling with the pronunciation a little bit, but Jordan Mushalek, I believe is what his last name is on the mountain. Odessa Permian rocking the camo, digital camo hats as Mushalek brings home his first pitch. The right-hander misses on a slider that Gutierrez takes low and away for ball one. Next offering is fastball that Gutierrez chases a little bit off the plate. Evens up the count at 1-1 strike. Jacob Gutierrez had just one hit against Permian, but it was a big one, an RBI triple to help the Tigers to the 4-1 win earlier this season. The next offering misses outside on a big curveball. 2-1 strike.
Gutierrez is batting a .407 on the season now, Choice.
Not shabby.
And that's not padded either when you think about district play because he's batting .375 in District 2-6A.
The 2-1 pitch is in there for a strike. So far, still very early in the game, but the umpire showing to have a pretty big zone, at least to the outside corner. 2-2 pitch in the dirt, and Gutierrez takes it. Make it 3-2 strikes. And you mentioned the beautiful night. We've had some beautiful nights, but the wind very light tonight, at least for West Texas standards. And
barely getting up even close to 10 miles an hour, just barely fluttering the flags from right to left.
Now the 3-2 pitch, called strike three. Looks like it was down around the ankles for Gutierrez, but he gets rung up, and he will head back to the dugout. It was the first out of the inning, the first strikeout of the game. And Christian Kaiser will step into the box. A shortstop had a fantastic game against Permian the first time around. He went 3 for 3 with a run scored and a stolen base.
Very nice.
As he lets the first one go by over the plate for strike one.
Well, 3 for 3, Kaiser accounted for a third of the Tigers' offensive production. There were 9 hits in that game by Friendship.
And the next offering is a breaking ball inside that Kaiser scoots away from. 1-1 strike. The wind and the 1-1 pitch hit foul off to the right side and out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Of course, Friendship coming off of a emotional, long game last Friday night. Feels like that was forever ago. The 1-2 pitch swung on and missed. Strike 3. First 2 Tigers up, strikeout, 1 swinging, 1 looking.
I don't know what you're talking about. It feels like that game just ended to me, Choice.
That'll bring up Peyton Kennard. Yes, it just felt like, man, that was a while ago that we were playing baseball. I think it's just because we're playing on a Wednesday night instead of a Tuesday, so it's a little off from that. But it's 4
hours and 6 minutes.
4 hours and 6 minutes, that's right. As Friendship fell in 8 innings to 12-7 to Midland High. His first pitch, a low strike to Peyton Kennard. Looks like the zone is going to be wide today, and it's going to be pretty low as well. So it's a big zone, a pitcher zone. The 0-1 pitch hit on the ground, 2 hops out to third base. The third baseman is up with it, and Bedrick throws across in time for the final out of the inning. So as the Permian Panthers went in the top half, Tigers go in order in the bottom half of the first. No runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. We'll head to the second, still scoreless. It's Friendship Baseball on Oldies 97.7.
I already knew that I was going to go to college, from a young age. I definitely want to major in political science. After that, I'm going to get my law degree. Then I'm going to come back to Detroit, boost the economy, become the mayor or something, try to make the situation better for other people. I feel like I owe it to the city. I'm determined. It's going to happen. My name is Justin, and I am your dividend.
Sometimes the things we do or say can make others feel hurt, such a weirdo, excluded, or isolated. Everything you say and do creates an impact.
How am I supposed to save the whole world?
You can't think about saving the world. You have to think about saving one person.
Because of you, someone's entire life can change. You don't have to be a superhero to have a positive impact.
Friends?
Friends.
And welcome back to Tiger Field with Keith Patrick. I'm Choice Woodman. It's Friendship Baseball on Oldies 97.7. Friendship and Odessa Permian scoreless after 1 complete inning. 4, 5, 6 due up in the order for the Permian Panthers. Alec Villa, Jared Carrasco, and Easton Hernandez.
Leading off the top of the second for the Panthers.
The batters duo. Villa 0 for 3 in this series against Friendship. Everybody 0 for except for one player for Permian. So, had the only 2 hits.
And I don't believe he's in the lineup.
And the first. I mean, yes, he is. He's coming up next.
Oh,
Mr.
yes,
Carrasco.
thank you, Carrasco. I thought he was the catcher for some reason.
As the first pitch misses a little bit upstairs from Phillips, the 1-0. Hit out in the air, out to right field. Brown will settle underneath it easily for the first out of the inning here in the second. Austin Phillips forgot to get to his line a little bit ago. Keith, please fill us in on how good he's been this year.
The senior Austin Phillips, 37 2/3 innings pitched, 38 2/3 innings pitched now. He has 7 starts. He's 5-1. He has a 3.53 ERA. Batters hitting a 2.34 against him. He's just really been a strong guy in the rotation for the Tigers this season.
Now Jared Carrasco continues to feast on Tiger pitching. First pitch he sees, he sends it back through the middle for a base hit. Still the only player in this series with a hit, or for Permian, I should say. So he is aboard with a 1-out single, and that'll bring up Easton Hernandez, which just sounds like a baseball name.
Kind of like Villa sounds like a Mexican restaurant name.
Yeah, of course. But I went with Villa, so.
Oh, okay.
That's not as much.
I'm Andy Penny impressed for you with the pun of tying that name to a family business of Taco Villa. That is something.
It did start in Odessa, so who knows? The first pitch is fouled off to the right. And out of play.
You're good. We'll do the next one. I thought, maybe he didn't hear it. I should have just gone ahead and said it.
Now the next offering is hit in the air down the right field line. Brown's going to have to move to get to it. He is hustling, and he dives full body length. Can't get it in foul territory. I mean, he just completely
fully laid out.
He left the baseball too.
He did leave the baseball behind
to make a.
It was kind of that swan dive slide. He knew he wasn't going to get there. He laid fully out. Now he's got a dirty uniform. That's the key.
That's nice. Gotta love the dirty
man.
uniform.
He's got some speed though. He really was moving to get to that ball. He covered a lot of ground.
Pretty sure, Keith, you wouldn't have been on the side of the into foul territory when that one hit.
Oh, you underestimate my speed, sir.
I'm speaking for myself then. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Hernandez as the next pitch misses low and away.
Technically, you're right because I wouldn't have started running.
That's pretty smart. Phillips sets. And the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. He got Hernandez to go down low after that one. That is first strikeout of the game for Mr. Austin Phillips. And that'll bring up Taylor Sullivan. Sullivan, the catcher for the Permian Panthers. He came in as a pinch hitter in the first meeting between these two teams and went 0 for 1. But he is getting the start tonight.
Number 20, Taylor Sullivan.
1 runner on. He's at first base. 2 out. So we play in the top half of the second inning. Still scoreless between Friendship and Odessa Permian. Phillips comes home with the first offering and is a strike at the bottom of the zone. Again, umpire staying consistent. He's got a big zone to the outside part of the plate and to the bottom as well. As Phillips sets, and the 0-1. Lined back through the middle over the head of Phillips for a base hit. And Sullivan is aboard with the 2-out single. And now the streak is over.
Throw came in a little errant, but Jacob Gutierrez able to get up the line and get to it. You know, Choice, I was just sitting here thinking this has been kind of an easy-going baseball game after a couple of Midland High games that were just chock full of shenanigans and craziness and umpires getting hit by balls and swapping gear and delays and just all kinds of crazy bad calls and just a lot of that. All of a sudden we're here just kind of a normal baseball game with normal balls and strikes and a couple of hits.
You need to knock on this Formica in front of us.
I am. I'm knocking on my head.
You haven't jinxed us for some shenanigans tonight.
Yeah, some sort of animal is about to run across the field.
As long as it's a fox, that's okay. And now, after a little conversation, Isaiah Flores will step in and swing through the first pitch. It's a fastball that he couldn't quite catch up with. The ball's in a strike. 2 on, 2 out in the top half of the second inning. Phillips trying to work out of a little mini jam here. He sets. Look back to second. Now a spin and a throw towards second. And Kaiser caught it behind the bag. Wasn't quite on the same page as Phillips there.
He didn't get on the move early enough there. Phillips did get it to him, but Phillips with that quick turnaround there lets a lot of spinning to do off the mound for a big man.
Quick feet, though.
Yeah.
And the 0-1. Fastball doesn't get the outside corner this time. No balls, or excuse me, 1 ball and 1 strike. Phillips a long look in, now sets, and the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Throw back behind the runner at first base, and he is just ahead of it. The throw, I think it was the right call, but it was a very close play. As Robinson slapped the tag down right at the bag and almost got picked off over at first base.
It was definitely a bang-bang play choice. I was going to say that the infield umpire, I mean, he has a bird's-eye view of everything because I think he's about 7.5 feet tall. So I'll trust his.
He's a big dude.
He's got several inches on Coach Reynolds, who is not short.
1-2 pitch, cold strike 3 as he caught him looking. Flores goes down, and the second strikeout of the game issued by Austin Phillips.
Score remains 0-0.
Odessa Permian scores no runs on 2 hits in the inning, no errors, and 2 left on. Way to the bottom of the second, still scoreless between Friendship and Odessa Permian. This is Tigers Baseball on Oldies 97.7.
Hey, let's check out this park. cool.
To find a great local park or forest near you, go to discovertheforest.org.
There was an old woman who lived in a shoe. She had so many children, she didn't know what to do. She gave them some broth without any bread and kissed them all soundly and put them to bed. Hunger is a story we can end. End it at feedingamerica.org.
And welcome back to Tiger Field. It's Friendship Tigers Baseball and Oldies 97.7 and the Oldies 97.7 mobile app with Keith Patrick. I'm Choice Woodman. Bottom of the second inning. And it's 4-5-6 due up in the order for Friendship as Riley Robinson takes a pitch over his head. As the catcher Sullivan has to leap out of the crouch to go get that one. Surprised he made that much effort. Now Robinson swings at it and rips it foul down the line, and that was, I'm not sure if that was the correct call.
I think that ball went over the bag,
It
Choice.
sure looked like it. Whew, that was a very close one. Maybe he's too tall up there to see down that far at the line.
The shadows were playing with him.
Man, it looked like it went over the bag, and I'm not sure it didn't land on the chalk past the bag.
I'm pretty sure, Choice, that it bounced on the grass in the infield, went over the bag, and then out foul. So that's what I see it when I remember it.
Now the 1-1 pitch swung on and missed as Robinson a little out in front of that one.
I didn't get a chance to say when I'm heckling college baseball, I often tell pitchers to give him the floater. That's really what that first pitch was. He gave Robinson the floater.
1-2 pitch swung on and missed on a fastball. And the first four batters, Muchalek has struck out 3 Tigers. But Robinson was maybe a bad call or a couple of inches away from having extra bases on that one, but that's just the way baseball goes.
It is, and you got to flush it and move on. You can't dwell on that. It's something you can control.
Now Colton Brown sends a deep shot high in the air out to left field. It's carrying well at the fence, and it is gone. Colton Brown with the solo shot over the left field wall has put the Tigers on top. 1-0 in the bottom of the second inning.
Well, that was an absolute moonshot by Colton Brown. You knew it off the bat that it was going to have the height. It had the distance and carried out there. That's the 5th home run of the season by the Tigers, only the 2nd in district play. Man, that could be a game changer by Colton Brown tonight.
Brown actually hit a couple of those against Midland High, or he hit them high in the air, but the ball wasn't carrying at the end of the night when he hit them.
Nope.
Tonight, the wind blowing a little bit out to left field, so it allowed the ball to jump a little bit better, and the ball just kept going and going over the fence. So Brown with a solo homer has the Tigers on top, and Austin Phillips up to bat. As the first offering is a breaking ball, and Phillips lets go by over the plate for strike 1.
Where do you stand, Choice, on signature home run calls?
The 0-1 pitch over for strike 2. I haven't developed one, if that's what you're asking.
Yeah, I noticed that.
The 0-2 pitch. A call. Oh, wow.
Oh.
I got a little ahead of myself there.
Well, he's kind of started to make his motion.
Well, and it looked about as good of a pitch as we've seen. It looked like it was a breaking ball right over the plate, but they missed somewhere. 1-2 pitch. A soft, slow roller hit towards third base. Barehanding it at third is the third baseman, Bedrick. The throw is low, and it wouldn't have been in time anyway. It's an infield single for Austin Phillips.
Just to describe it to the folks at home, it was just a really slow swinger that went down the foul line. Real slow bouncer. Phillips ran it out. The throw was a little bit short, but if I could just put it succinctly, Austin Phillips just slap bunted that ball.
It was a swinging bunt.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Absolutely. As far as signature home run calls go, I haven't broken one out.
Well, who's your favorite? How about that?
But I may come out with one in the future. We'll see.
We have a courtesy runner for Austin Phillips over there at first. That is number 11, Clayton Eccles.
Clayton Eccles is now the new batter. Evan Johnson will step in. Johnson hitting a cool .417 on the season.
No big deal.
The first one go by for ball 1. So Eccles gets a moderate lead at first. And the 1-0 pitch swung through and missed. 1 ball and 1 strike. I don't know who my favorite is. The Steve Busby goodbye.
Oh, yeah, it's classic.
Was always great. I mean, of course, I love Jeff Haxton's Adios Muchachos. The 1-1 pitch misses upstairs.
I appreciate that he's willing to break out of Adios Muchacho when it calls for it, like an Orlando Garcia later.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That was good. 2-1. Ball down in the dirt. Johnson swings through, but the runner was on the move, and Eccles will swipe second base. Tate Criswell, the head coach for Odessa Permian, out to ask about something. I think he thought the pitch was foul, but it was just swung on and missed.
He marks that on his clipboard, and we'll go on with our evening.
The 2-2 pitch hit well down the right field line, and it will get past the first baseman for a base hit. Eccles will easily score. Now Johnson makes a wide turn at first base, dives back in, and they say he didn't get the tag on him. Umpire says he's safe at first base as the throw was cut. They're going to get help from the home plate ump. It was close. The first baseman, Brito, says no, no, no. He shook the Dikembe Mutombo finger at the umpire and said to ask for help. It did look like he got a tag on there. But the home plate umpire doesn't help out, so he'll say safe, and it's a RBI single for Evan Johnson. Tigers leading it 2-0.
Normally, Choice, I'm not an advocate for opposing coaches to come out and argue their case, obviously, because I'm the ultimate homer. But in this case, with a probably 6'7" to 6'8" tall infield umpire and Coach Criswell, who's a little bit on the more vertically challenged side, it is really something I want to see some more of.
There's close to a foot difference.
I'd say that's fair.
Throw to first, not in time. And now bunting, Isaac Hernandez looking to lay down a drag bunt down the third base line, but it's foul. So you got a bunch of wood on that one. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Tigers leading it 2-0 here in the bottom of the second inning with 2 across. Of course, in the district standings, Odessa Permian down at 6-7 this year. Friendship at 7-6. There's not a lot of difference between the two, as the second pitch misses low to even up the count. 1 ball and 1 strike to Isaac Hernandez.
Yeah, it's pretty tight in the district standings, Choice, and I'm not going to sit here and try to work the math out, but I would say the Tigers need to take a game this week if they want to feel comfortable about getting themselves into the playoffs.
I would say that's, 6-7 is where Permian is, currently sitting outside of the postseason if it started today, as Hernandez lets another one go by. 2 balls and a strike. The set and the 2-1. Curveball in there for a strike this time, and it's 2-2. Yeah, Tigers are just a game up on this Permian team, so nothing's comfortable at this point. However, a win today would secure a postseason spot.
Yes.
Mathematically speaking. The 2-2 pitch misses outside. Making it 3 balls and 2 strikes. It's filled up. Runner at first base is Johnson. Tigers with just 1 out here in the bottom of the second, 2 across already. And the payoff pitch fouled off to the right side, and we'll do it once again. Yeah, Friendship has played in some tight baseball games. Really, this entire district has been tight. There was a game that was played yesterday between Odessa High and Midland High. Somehow they got their game in. As the payoff pitch misses low and away. Ball 4. Isaac Hernandez gets aboard with a 1-out walk. Now runners at first and second. Yeah, those two were able to get their game in, and Midland High secured with the win. They got the sole possession of the district title with that win. So now Midland High is the only team locked into the postseason. However, if you get to 8 wins, if you're Friendship and you get to 8 wins against Permian, they would be 6-8, so they would be almost eliminated, not completely.
Coach Criswell's having a conversation with the home plate umpire. Coach Reynolds comes over, There might be a little confusion. I do think that.
I think you know exactly what it
yeah,
is.
Coach Reynolds had number 2 on both Isaac Hernandez and Colton Brown. Isaac Hernandez is number 3, so he just wrote a number down twice. What I'm disappointed about is that old number 10 down there, Coach Criswell's talking to the wrong umpire. I need him talking to the infield umpire so I can enjoy the foot difference.
Yeah, just a clerical error. We noticed it a little bit ago that they had Hernandez written down as number 2, which is Colton Brown's number. Colton Brown already hit with number 2.
Right.
So unless, I don't know why Criswell is asking about it now. I don't know why he didn't ask about it when he was up at the plate.
Right,
when he got
in the
aboard.
meeting, sure.
But nonetheless, it looks like everybody's fine after the fact. And Hernandez remains at first base. Brennan McFarland up with 2 runners on and 1 out.
A note about Hernandez, he hasn't batted a whole lot, Choice.
His first pitch over for a strike to McFarland.
He's often DH'd 4, and he hasn't played the whole season for the Tigers exactly, but he did draw his 4th walk there, and that's certainly what you need him to do. He struggled a little bit at the plate, so definitely like him getting on base.
0-1 pitch misses low for a ball, and that evens up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. McFarland, the left-handed hitter, trying to extend the hit parade here for the Tigers. The 1-1 pitch misses tight, making it 2 balls and a strike to McFarland, the tough guy, because he hits with no batting gloves.
That's right, country
and he
boy.
hits with stirrups too. So
country boy, old school country boy.
Very old school.
Yeah. Well, your 6th batter here. You've got 3 hits, a walk, and just that 1 strikeout.
2-1 misses off the plates outside for ball 3.
So definitely been a productive inning for the Tigers.
Last 4 batters have reached for Friendship. Solo homer, single, and a walk. The set and the 3-1 that missed inside make it back-to-back walks as McFarland heads on down to first base, and the bases are now loaded as we go back to the top of the order. And not sure you want many other batters up besides this guy when the bases are juiced. Jacob Gutierrez, who's probably the hottest hitter for the Tigers as of late. And when it comes to extra base hits, he's been full of them lately.
Yeah, Gutierrez leading the team by far in extra base hits on the season with 10. He's also slugging a .538. He scored 22 runs, and he also leads the team with 37 hits.
Well, that was a quick hook for the pitcher, Mushalek. And we will pause now because we've got a pitching change. We'll tell you about the call to the bullpen in just a few moments. But you're listening to Friendship Tigers Baseball. Friendship leading it 2-0 as we play in the bottom of the 2nd inning on Oldies 97.7.
Hello.
Hi. I'm from Blue Hood Stone Barns. We brought a meal for you, and I'm here to serve it to you.
Okay, great. Come in.
Zucchini carbonara, made from zucchini that was harvested earlier this morning.
Again?
Hey, Dan Barber.
You have room for a little bit more?
Come on in.
Brochettes with sausage. So when we made that zucchini carbonara, you know, they're the end pieces of the zucchini, and they're the cores that we cut away, not to mention zucchini flour. Usually those get thrown out. We use them to create an entire second dish. Does that,
Again?
I'm here to bring you your 3rd course. It's the vines from your zucchini.
We'll have a little zucchini stem pasta. A different experience of zucchini. When we start to think differently about our food, we can get a lot more out of it.
This is delicious.
What do you think we can make out of this? 40% of food in America is never eaten. Cook it, store it, share it. Visit SaveTheFood.com.
And welcome back out to Friendship Tigers Baseball on Oldies 97.7 and the Oldies 97.7 mobile app.
At the plate, the Tigers.
Alongside Keith Patrick, I'm Choice Woodman. A new pitcher. It's Noe Brito who moves over from first base, and Brian Ramirez will fill in the first base spot. As the bases are loaded, Jacob Gutierrez will step up to the plate and foul off the first pitch he sees. It's a breaking ball.
Brito's a tall, skinny guy. He has a big leg kick, and he showed some flexibility over there at first. He went kind of full extension earlier, stretching out to grab one.
Fill you in. Tigers leading at 2-0, 2 across here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. With the bases loaded, Jacob Gutierrez up to bat, and he lines one at the second baseman who can't make the catch. It gets out towards center field for the hit. One run is across. Here comes the second runner, and he will be tagged out at the plate. That'll be Hernandez tagged out at the plate, but Friendship does score a run on what right now we'll call an RBI single. Now out at the plate is Hernandez. McFarland was hot on the heels of Hernandez, who had to hold up thinking the ball was going to be caught. And it is an RBI single. It was a hot shot.
It was.
One the second baseman probably should have had. Adams, the second baseman, out there.
He went down to a knee, but he had the glove on it. It looked like it bounced off his foot or off of the top of the glove and then out into to shallow field.
It was a diving line drive, though. I mean, it had a lot of sink action on it. Yeah. It just kind of looks like it sunk below the glove. So the next pitch, or first pitch to the new batter, Kaiser, over to third base. The third baseman drops it, now picks it up, throws across, not in time as Kaiser beats it out. And this one will be most likely an E5 that scores a run. McFarland comes across for the fourth run in the inning for Friendship. Tigers now on top 4-0.
Waiting for this one to score out, but kind of showing a little shakiness here in the infield. I hate that we're having to talk about a mistake over there by our board, Tanner Adams, at second base, but then now you see one, and you don't want, from Permian standpoint, they certainly don't want those to get, you don't want to get the errors caught over there.
Now Peyton Kennard takes a nick off the elbow, just barely touches him, or maybe just touched the jersey there on the first pitch from Brito. And he'll head down to first base on the hit by pitch. And we've batted around.
And that was an E5.
E5
for Christian Kaiser.
Kaiser to reach. No RBI on it since it was an error.
Right. But a run just the same.
But a run did come across.
You know, it's funny, Choice. Last season, we saw a lot of umpires making guys show them where they were hit, like looking at the mark on the arm. And this season, you've seen some that have gotten really close or just been little nicks that have gone through with no question.
So now the bases are loaded once again after the hit by pitch. All four of those runs were charged against Jordan Mushalek. Brito now ownership of everything else on base at this point.
Riley Robinson hitting a .316 with runners in scoring position, over 300 on the season as well.
His first pitch misses. The second one fouled off to the left side, and he'll get out of play.
That one went down.
Ball, one strike.
That one went down to the dads. There was an opportunity for dads to make a play down there.
And they didn't.
Show the youngsters how it's done.
So Tigers, as I said, have batted around as Riley Robinson bats for the second time. He led off the inning with a strikeout. Almost led off with a leadoff double. But ball called foul on a very close one down the first base line. Brito kicks in the 1-1. Hit in the air down the left field line again. This one will stay in play, but it will find the grass as the left fielder couldn't get to it in foul territory. So it's 1 ball and 2 strikes to Riley Robinson.
Well, I think it's clear that Riley's looking to put it down the left field line. He's turned on it. And you know that Riley's one of the only a couple switch hitters on this team. He often bats left-handed, and he likes to go opposite field for sure.
And he often bats left-handed because there's just not a whole lot of left-handed pitching in this district. The kick in the 1-2. Hit well out into right field. But he got under it. The second baseman moving out, and it'll be Adams backpedaling, making the catch in front of the right fielder. As he just got well underneath that, hit it on the good part of the bat, but Tigers will leave 3 stranded. But they do score 4 runs in the inning on 4 hits, 1 error, and 3 left on base. We head to the third inning. Friendship on top, 4-0 over Odessa Permian. It's Friendship Baseball and Oldies 97.7.
Guess what? I have some news for you. There's free food right there, junk food. You see that truck? Oh, jeez. It's a 2 Michelin star chef. All for free, ladies and gentlemen. All for free.
Here we have a panzanella with summer vegetables and pesto. Enjoy. How we doing?
Fantastic. So what do you got going on underneath that plate there?
This food is really about to be thrown away.
Yeah. Bro?
Is there something wrong with this food? Where did you get it from?
From farmers markets. They put aside the ugly vegetables and the ugly fruits.
Carrot Top, soft avocados. It was all food that was going to be discarded.
Even the drink you had is made from like a little bruised peach. Did it taste a little bruised?
Great. That was good.
The average person throws away 24 pounds of food a month.
That's a lot.
Isn't that a lot? Go visit savethefood.com for more information. Thank you. Junk food time!
And welcome back to Tiger Field with Keith Patrick. I'm Choice Whitman. Glad to have you with us on a Wednesday evening. Not typical we play Wednesday night baseball here in high school, but some weather earlier in the week has pushed us back to tonight. Friendship Tigers leading it 4-0 as Austin Phillips back out there, and Noe Brito, the new pitcher for Odessa Permian, rips it down the left field line, but it's foul by about 20 feet. So not too much worry there, but he got it good. There actually haven't been a whole lot of balls squared up against Phillips so far. The 2 hits are just about it. And Brito, a long walk back to home plate after he rounded first base. Brito in the first meeting between these two teams went 0 for 3. As the 0-1 pitch, a chopper hit out towards short. Kaiser fields it, and he throws the first in time for the out. Sometimes I forget how to speak.
Well, it's okay because it kind of fit with the way that was Fields' it because Kaiser waited on it, gave it 3 hops. He gave it 3 hops, and then he double clutched it to send it over. So it was a much closer play than you wanted it to be.
Right, it didn't have to be as close as he made it.
He did get the out because it was kind of a lazy grounder.
Manny Guerrero, the leadoff man, will step back into the box and hit from the left-hand side as he lets the first one go by on the outer edge for strike 1. Brito retired on the 6-3 putout. Tigers have looked very sharp tonight defensively as well as on the offensive side. Phillips sets in the 0-1. That plunked him. Guerrero just turned and took it in, well, the keister area or the thigh, somewhere in there.
I think it looked like the middle, kind of lower back to me.
Yeah, just turned and let the breaking ball hit him with no problem at all. That's the first free pass issued tonight by Mr. Phillips.
Number 22, Caden Bedrick.
That'll bring up Caden Bedrick. Is Bedrick 0 for 1 today, 0 for 3 against Friendship this year. Will hit from the right-hand side. He hit a lazy roller back to the pitcher the first time up. Takes the first pitch, a low strike for strike 1. Again, the pitcher's getting the bottom part of the zone, maybe a little extended today. And the outside corner to right-handed batters. Phillips sets in the 0-1. A breaking ball low and away. Nice block by Peyton Kennard.
Maybe it's just the seniors getting the benefit of the doubt.
That
Definitely a
might be
night you want to start a senior on the mound.
Sure. Who doesn't love senior night?
That time of day as well, these shadows coming long across the infield, and it can really start to play with things a little bit out there. Jacob Gutierrez standing in the shade, but everybody else standing in the sun.
The 1-1 pitch hit in the air in foul territory on the right side. Robinson, the first baseman, moves over, and he'll make the catch right in front of the Odessa Permian dugout for the second out of the inning. And that will bring up Keith's favorite, Tanner Adams, the Odessa Waterfall. Second baseman, he's 0 for 1 today. He grounded out to second in his first time up, back in the first.
Number 1 in your program, number 1 in your heart, folks.
And the first pitch to Adams, the breaking ball down low for ball 1.
Just a little background on that for those listening. Last year, Choice and I were calling a game in Odessa Permian, one of our first games ever to call together. And Tanner Adams was not playing that day, but he was hustling hard for balls behind the plate.
Yes.
He was really moving. So how could you not love that guy?
1-0 pitch, missed upstairs for ball 2. No, he's a likable dude, for sure. There's no real bad blood between these teams. Might be a little bit between Midland and the rest of the district. There are some coaches that are easy to dislike in this district as well. This is a 2-0 pitch. Fouled off to the right side, making it 2 balls and 1 strike. One might be occupying the Permian dugout. We have a little beef ourselves.
It's minor. Minor beef.
It's minor, but
nothing the team is worried about.
Coach might like to put his wife and all her girlfriends up in the press box instead of the radio broadcast crew. The 2-1 pitch in there for a strike to Adams. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 4-0. Friendship leads it over the Permian Panthers. And 2-2 pitch, just missed off the plate. And it was a ball, but it might have been called a strike a little earlier in the game.
I was going to say it might have been called a strike in other games we've seen here at Tiger Field, but
that's definitely the truth. And the payoff pitch, runner on the move, and it's a looper hit out towards second base. Hernandez moves back and makes the easy chest-high catch for the final out of the inning.
No hits, no errors.
As Permian scores no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left on. Friendship still leading at 4-0 as we head to the bottom half of the 3rd inning. It's Friendship Tigers Baseball on Oldies 97.7.
Okay.
We're back here at Tiger Field with Keith Patrick. I'm Choice Woodman's Friendship Baseball on Oldies 97.7. And yours on the Oldies app as well as Colton Brown will step in and hit. Last time up, he hit a solo bomb over the left field fence and takes the first pitch outside for ball 1. New pitcher, though, is Noe Brito. Brings in the next offering. It misses low for ball 2. Not new in the game, but new to Colton Brown. As Brown hit that one off of Mushalek. The 2-0 pitch. That one misses low. Making it 3 balls and no strikes. This kind of feels like the old unintentional, intentional walk to Brown. Definitely pitching him carefully. Not giving him anything good to hit. And the 3-0. Missed upstairs, ball 4. A 4-pitch walk to open up the 3rd inning for Odessa Permian, and Colton Brown stands at first base with the leadoff walk. That'll bring up Austin Phillips, who had the single, and his courtesy runner Eccles came around to score after stealing a base.
17, Austin Phillips.
Came around to score on the RBI single by Evan Johnson.
Austin Phillips goes for an interesting pants choice. He kind of has the he does the sweatpant look, kind of high above the ankle just a little bit. You can see the bottom of the stirrup, but it's all about the elastic.
First pitch misses high, and the throwback behind the runner at first is not in time.
Reminds me of Cameron Warren a little bit. He goes for the pant look like that.
Yeah, it's what you saw a whole lot in the 90s, early 90s baseball. I mean, that's basically the only style they wore back then. It's just, hey, let's get some high water pants and wear them this way. Is the next one fouled off to the right side. No balls, or excuse me, 1 ball and 1 strike now. No, pardon, that was, first pitch was called a strike. I thought it was a ball, but they called it a strike, so it's no balls and 2 strikes to Phillips. And the 0-2 hit in the air out towards right field, medium depth. The right fielder Guerrero moves over on, and he'll make the catch with ease for out number 1 in the bottom of the 3rd inning.
ball just not carrying at all. Despite the wind, the ball's just not carrying out there to right field in the least.
No.
Not seeing jump at all, but Colton Brown, I think, got the benefit of a breeze earlier, but he also really did put a crank on that one. So not seeing a lot of flying out. That was definitely an unusual night the last time we were here, Choice. The ball jumping like that. Very rare to see the wind blowing out of this field. So it was an interesting evening.
Brito starts off the Evan Johnson at bat with a throw over to first base. Not in time. Johnson had the RBI single back in the second to plate the second run of the inning, and he laces this one out towards right center field. It gets towards the gap. The center fielder will cut it off. Johnson digging for second. He'll slide in with the double. Brown holds up at third, and the Tigers have something cooking with one out here in the bottom of the third.
I'm surprised Evan Johnson kept going there when he made the turn. I think he probably lucked out a little bit as the ball was coming in, and there could have been a play there. They ate it.
But no one was covering. I think
nobody,
that's what he saw.
And they ate it. Nobody was covering. He was only a few steps out. If Adams had played a little more heads up there, you could have had a play on Johnson, who's a big, tall guy, so he's covering some territory, but not with just straight-up wheels. But, hey, it doesn't matter. You got the double, and now you got two runners in scoring position with just one out.
Now Permian kind of going into semi-panic mode here as they bring the entire infield in on the cut of the grass. Not just at the cut of the grass, but completely standing on the grass is the middle infield. His first pitch misses for ball one to Isaac Hernandez.
Middle infield and the first baseman on the grass as well.
The 1-0 pitch in there for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike to Hernandez, who walked and then was thrown out at the plate on the relay in his last time up. Set by Brito. The kick in the 0-1, or excuse me, the 1-1. Ball in the dirt, making it 2 balls and a strike.
They're not just playing in, Choice. I mean, they're on the cut of the grass, and they're kind of crashing a little bit, especially the middle infield, coming in 2 or 3 steps as the pitch is delivered.
Yeah, no kidding. They're kind of expecting the bunt. 2-1 pitch. That's in the dirt. It's 3 balls and 1 strike to Mr. Hernandez. So they've got first base open. They may be trying to pitch that way, but here's a 3-1. It's in there for a strike as it caught the bottom edge of the zone on the outside corner. Hernandez was ready to head down to first base, but did not completely toss the bat away.
Caught it as it slid through his hand.
Brito sets, and a big payoff pitch. And that plunked him as it got Hernandez on the elbow area, the arm somewhere. And Brown's going to have to head back towards third base. So the hit by pitch will load the bases up for Friendship and bring up Brendan McFarland, who came around to score the 4th run in this game, the last run scored, after walking in the second. Friendship with a chance to break this one open here.
Yeah, McFarland hitting a .448 on the season with runners in scoring position, slugging at .435. So, but also drawing a walk in his first at bat. Any of those would be damaging for Permian right now.
Now the first pitch is hit through the hole on the right side, and he is a hot hitter. 1 run comes across. Here comes the throw to the plate. It's cut off, and safe is Evan Johnson. Shouldn't have been cut off, as they may have had a play at the plate, but instead Johnson slides across, and it's a 2 RBI single for Brendan McFarland. Tigers lead it 6-0.
Yeah, just another mental mistake there by the Permian Panthers. Choice should not have been cut off. Johnson came in a little bit of an awkward slide. I think he came in feet first there. Yep. I kind of caught the end of it as I looked back up, but hey, I mean, you'll take it every way you can get it, and if the Panthers are not going to play aggressively enough to try to get that plate play, then you'll take the run there too.
Yeah, it's really not a smart play to cut that ball off. It looked like it was on line, and still they had a chance to get him at the plate after the cut, but could not. As Gutierrez, the leadoff man, will hit for the 3rd time in 3 innings. That's what you want out of your leadoff man. So he takes the first pitch for a strike. The 0-1 down low. Misses for ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike to the leadoff man, Jacob Gutierrez, who's 1 for 2 with an RBI single today.
Brennan McFarland there, that's his 21st RBI of the season, team leading with that single.
Now the 1-1 pitch hit in the air down the third base side and sliding to try to make the catch is Sullivan, the catcher. He can't quite get it in front of the Friendship dugout. It was a good hustle play, but came up empty. McFarland got 2 RBIs on that play, so.
I don't know if you get an RBI for the Johnson score.
You do, because they sent him the entire way, so they may not have put it into game changer yet, but he should have a 2 RBI single on that play. So there was no error within the play.
Right. Well, fine choice. He got his 21st and 22nd RBI of the season.
I just want to make sure he gets
still
all of
team
his
leading.
credit.
That's right.
And the 1-2 pitch hit on the ground over past the diving glove of the third baseman out into left field. Motoring home is Hernandez. They'll make a throw, but it doesn't matter. It's an RBI single for Jacob Gutierrez, his second of the day. And Friendship leads at 7-0 here in the bottom of the third inning.
Tigers just, you almost don't know what to say. They're just looking so good right now. They're putting into the gaps. It's kind of some of the things that have been frustrating for them defensively this season. You've seen a lot of seeing eye singles and they're hitting the atom balls, and today the tables are turned. Tigers getting those seeing eye singles and putting them in the gaps and hitting with power and getting that clutch hitting with runners in scoring position. It's certainly nice to see here late in the season.
Now first pitch to the new batter, Kaiser. Grounded out to second. He goes to second for 1, back to first. They'll call a double play. Wow, it's not. Kaiser looked like he was safe at first base, but
I think he was safe by half a step.
It sure looked like he was past the bag when the ball got there. But instead, the Tigers do play 3 runs in the inning on 3 hits, no errors, and Friendship leaves 1 man on base. Tigers leading at 7-0 as we head to the 4th. It's Friendship Baseball on Oldies 97.7.
Everybody has a dream. Mine was to see the ocean. And with a little help, I made it.
And we're back here at Tiger Field alongside Keith Patrick. I'm Choice Woodman. The start of the 4th inning. Austin Phillips back out for his 4th inning of work, and it's been a dandy so far for him. First pitch swinging is Alec Villa, and he one-hops it out to third base. Gutierrez gloves it and throws across with plenty of ease. 1 pitch, 1 out for Austin Phillips here in the top of the 4th inning. Tigers leading at 7-0.
Well, I don't want to kick a team while they're down, Choice, but I mean, you're down 7-0. You're walking here into the 4th. You can't jump on the first pitch. I mean, you've got to get up there and have a more of a quality at bat than that. Not that you need to run Austin Phillips, but you need to wait for a good one.
Now first pitch swinging is the next player, Jared Carrasco, who sends it softly out into right field. Colton Brown moves back for a step, then comes in and makes the catch for the second out. 2 pitches, 2 outs here in the top of the 4th inning. Now, if you're Easton Hernandez, coach has got to be saying take one here, right?
Yeah.
The Panthers, number 21, Easton.
You would think.
Hernandez.
But I'm just saying, if Joey Gallo can stop chasing pitches, certainly these guys can stop jumping on the first one down 7.
Well, Phillips drops in a curveball. First pitch strike that Easton Hernandez did look like he was taking all the way. So, smart baseball. The 0-1 pitch, a swing and a miss. So he went after that one. It was a little bit low and away. No balls and 2 strikes. And the 0-2 pitch missed upstairs. Do we have a pitch count on Mr. Phillips so far?
Check on that one for you. He's been pretty efficient, Choice. Yeah, absolutely.
1 ball, 2 strikes to Hernandez. The set and the 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that is strikeout number 3 on the day for Austin Phillips. And
44th pitch for
44th
Phillips.
pitch for Austin Phillips. Through 4 innings. Extremely efficient for Austin. Great day so far for him, and a great inning as he sets Odessa Permian down in order on 6 pitches. No runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th. Friendship still leading at 7-zip over Odessa Permian. It's Tigers baseball on Oldies 97.7.
Hey guys, how are you today? Good. I'm here to talk about how with technology you can make amazing worlds. Come with me. My team and I bring the Halo world to life. Is that you? That is me. I wasn't a math genius and I knew nothing about coding. But you guys do. You guys have the power to change things.
I want your job.
I want you to have my job.
Maria, so how's work?
It was 4th period biology. Our students just weren't getting how easily viruses spread. So Miss Bell and I had them role play a zombie virus outbreak. By the time they had all learned the lesson, all the living were dead. Hey, how's your job going?
That big sales meeting I planned? Next year, I might get to go.
Cool.
The bottom half of the 4th inning, Friendship leading at 7-0 over Odessa Permian. Is Peyton Kennard will step into the box and let the first pitch off the right arm of Noe Brito go by for strike 1. With Keith Patrick, I'm Choice Woodman. Glad to have you with us on a Wednesday night. The 0-1 pitch, Kennard chases down and away, making it no balls and 2 strikes. Friendship looking really good defensively and really good offensively as well. Adds up to a 7-0 score. The 0-2 pitch hit on the ground out towards shortstop. Flores up with it. Throws across the diamond in time for the first out here in the bottom of the 4th inning.
I was a little bit nervous about that one, Choice. He waited on that one. It was a 3-hopper out there, kind of a ball you want to charge on. And, you know, even Peyton Kennard out there, you know, it's not Christian Kaiser or anything, but definitely has enough speed that you might be able to run that one out. I mean, you'd expect to see them play a little bit more aggressively in the situation.
It does seem like, and the field doesn't look wet at all, but it does seem like maybe the balls are a little bit slower on the infield than a typical day here, and that probably is due to the 1.5 to 2 inches or whatever amount of rain we got out here in Wolford. It's the first pitch over for a strike to Riley Robinson. The giant leg kick in the 0-1. That'll be a called strike on the outer edge. No balls, 2 strikes to Robinson, who's 0 for 2 today.
My wife would say that the rain would make that grass lustrous.
Lustrous.
Lustrous, yeah.
You're going to get in trouble for
No,
for
it's
that?
like her favorite adjective.
Oh, okay. The 0-2. This is low. Robinson able to lay off.
The lights are taking over here at Tiger Field. Sun has gone down for the most part. I think it's probably hit some cloud cover as well, and it's starting to get dark.
Robinson has one of those weird baseball lines right now. 0 for 2, and both outs came in the same inning.
Yep.
Both happened in the 2nd inning. So he lets the next one go by outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Trying to get that magical 1 for the first hit, though. The 2-2 pitch. Hit well out to the right center field gap, and he will get that magical 1 as this one will roll all the way to the wall. Robinson hustling, but he'll hold up at second base for the stand-up double. And the Tigers, again, have something cooking with their 8th hits of the ball game.
Beautiful hit by Riley Robinson. Turned on it, put it right in the gap, deep to the base of the wall, and it's way behind the defense, and they're both going to have to run for it. You just love seeing a guy like Riley Robinson, been around this program, worked so hard for so long in multiple positions and as a pitcher, going out there to hit off a stand-up double on senior night. That's a lot of fun.
He definitely got all of that baseball, and that was against the wind, but he still crushed it. There's now Colton Brown, who crushed one earlier in the game, will step in. Let the first one go by high at the letters for ball 1. Brown had the solo homer back in the 2nd and walked and came around to score in the 3rd. The 1-0 pitch in the dirt. Taylor Sullivan breaks down to go get that baseball kind of pops up in disgust, saying, "Quit making me go get those." He has been active tonight. He's done a good job keeping it in front, too.
He has. That's right, he has.
A kick in the 2-0. A slow roller hit towards the third base dugout, occupied by Friendship. 2 balls and a strike to Colton Brown. He was 1 for 4 in this series, but has the home run, an RBI, and a pair of runs scored as well. It's been kind of typical of Brown. He's around a 300 hitter. And he fouls the next pitch off, making it 2 balls and 2 strikes. It's about a 300 hitter. It came in hitting 299 on the season. But he gets a lot of big at-bats for the Tigers. Just he drives in runs in big moments.
300 hitter, which is certainly nothing to sneeze at, but you say drives in runs in big moments. He's hitting 478 with runners in scoring position on the 481 on the season, excuse me.
2-2 pitch, fouled once again on the ground towards the third base dugout.
That paltry 478 is his slugging percentage. Also nothing to sneeze
really?
at. Yeah.
Yeah, so runner out there, the duck on the pond at second base is in scoring position.
He is.
That bodes well, as we just saw for Brendan McFarland earlier. 2-2 pitch. That's low and away. It gets away from the catcher. Robinson rumbles over to third base, and he'll stand up on the wild pitch.
Dangerous throw.
The throw goes to third, and a great play by the third baseman, Bedrick, to short hop that one up around the crotchal area. He was able to glove it, keep it from being an extra run out into left field.
The ball rolled through the umpire's legs, and Sullivan had to go around him to go get it, and he threw it getting up.
3-2 pitch hit out into left field for a base hit, so make that 478 hitting with runners in scoring position average go up. It's an RBI single for Colton Brown, and the Tigers extend the lead to 8-0.
I mean, Colton Brown's stat line on the evening is getting a little crazy. He's got the home run. That's 2 RBI. Now he has another hit, got a walk, 2 runs scored. I mean, goodness.
He's having himself a night. And as Coach Criswell will head out to the mound and talk to Brito. And not sure if he's taking the – actually, I think he will be taking the baseball as we're going to switch out in right field. So another pitching change for Odessa Permian as Friendship now leads at 8-0. Playing here in the bottom of the 4th inning. We'll pause, tell you about the new pitcher in a moment. Friendship up 8-0. It's Tigers Baseball on Oldies 97.7.
When I was your age, I was just like you, fascinated by stars. But now I get to search for life in the universe. And who knows, maybe life is looking for us too.
So we're like aliens to them?
Yeah. Does anyone want to be a scientist now?
I do.
Awesome. We need more girls in STEM.
Maybe we can find aliens.
Hey, you.
Yeah, you. Getting that college education? What are you gonna do? Graduate and take some office job? Be like everybody else? Or will you dare do something different? Like be a teacher. You could be my teacher. You got the skills. The smarts? Yes, you. You could be the teacher I never forget. That'd be cool. Does that corporate job even have recess? What are you gonna make of yourself? What are you gonna make of me?
And welcome back to Tiger Field. It's Friendship Tigers Baseball on Oldies 97.7 and the Oldies 97.7 mobile app. Always great to hear Baby Shark in the background.
Absolutely.
Keith Patrick alongside me. To my right, I'm Choice Woodman. Friendship Baseball getting after it tonight, leading at 8-0 over Odessa Permian as we play in the bottom of the 4th inning. Just 1 out, though, in the bottom of the 4th as Friendship has plated 1 run. And there's a runner at first base, and we get a new pitcher. Is Manny Guerrero, also very much a baseball name. Combine a couple of great baseball players together there.
Yeah, not quite the stature of those guys.
No, he is a good ball player. He's the leadoff man for Permian.
He is.
Just doesn't quite tower over you like some of those guys would. Guerrero is a southpaw, though, as Austin Phillips due up to bat. Phillips 1 for 2 tonight, and a single in the second, and flew out to right in the third. Tigers trying to add to their already impressive 8-0 lead. Tigers with 9 check that. I think 10 hits. No, it is 9 hits. It's hard to add up all of the book when you get this many runs up.
It is 9.
Phillips' first pitch swing, he sends a major league fly ball out towards center field, and the center fielder Hernandez moves under it. He'll make the catch with the one-handed glove play. That is one pitch turning into the second out here in the bottom of the 4th inning.
I have not been able to catch a glimpse, Choice, of the number, so we're not sure who is playing right field for Permian right now. We do know that Noe Brito has gone back to first base, and then, of course, Guerrero's come in from right to pitch, but we're not sure who's taken his place.
Johnson's had himself a day as he'll step into the box and take the first pitch outside and high for ball 1. Johnson 2 for 2 today with 2 runs scored, a double, an RBI. And trying to add to that right here. So he bats for the 3rd consecutive inning. The 1-0 pitch, that long, no, it didn't. It got by Johnson or by the catcher Sullivan, and I thought it might have got him on the foot, but it actually just scooted by inside and low. Sullivan couldn't handle it, so instead on the pass ball or wild pitch, Colton Brown heads down to second base.
That is a wild pitch, Choice. And I was with you thinking it hit a foot because it took such a high bounce going over everybody there and coming back to the screen.
Might have hit just a little hole in the batter's box there to bounce up so high. Guerrero sets in the 2-0. A big cut by Johnson, and he comes up empty. He was looking for the dinger there. Instead, it's 2 balls and a strike to the DH, Evan Johnson. Two balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Set in the 2-1. A big cut again by Johnson, and he comes up empty. He definitely took his hacks on the last 2 pitches.
It's all right. You can afford to at this point.
Yes. Going for the long ball. But now, shorten up, choke and poke with 2 strikes, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Guerrero sets. And the 2-2 pitch. Hit in the air, foul. Off to the right side, and out of play. And we'll see it once again. Tigers with 4 runs across in the 2nd, 3 in the 3rd, and so far 1 here in the bottom of the 4th. But Colton Brown stands out in scoring position for Evan Johnson. So we play with 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th. Guerrero sets, does a little shimmy out there. Finally comes set. And the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3 as Guerrero couldn't catch up with a fastball. And that will retire the side on the strikeout by Guerrero. Tigers score 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 man left on. We'll head to the 5th. Friendship leading at 8-0. It's Tigers baseball on Oldies 97.7.
Today I'm going to talk to you about physics. Come on in, girls. Let's go. This is the first rocket to get humans to Mars.
Really tall.
I'm a rocket structural engineer designing and building parts of the rocket. You are the generation that will be stepping foot on Mars. Do I have a group of astronauts on my hands?
Yes.
You can become a rocket scientist or whatever else you want to be.
And welcome back to Tiger Field alongside Keith Patrick. I'm Choice Woodman. This is Friendship Tigers Baseball on Oldies 97.7 and the Oldies 97.7 mobile app. Austin Phillips back out for his 5th inning of work, and he'll pump a fastball a little bit low and in for ball 1 to Taylor Sullivan. 7-8-9 due up for Odessa Permian here in the 5th. The 1-0 pitch in there for a strike as it grabs the outside corner. 1 ball and 1 strike. Sullivan, the owner of 1 of 2 hits against Friendship tonight and 1 of just 4 hits against Friendship on the season. And we're talking about this series between Friendship and Odessa Permian. The 1-1 pitch is also in there for a strike as Phillips is working the outside edge, making it 1 ball and 2 strikes. Flags flying. They're going between limp and a little fluttery tonight, running across the field. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Very
in the dirt.
Scientific flag measurements here.
Basically.
Little fluttery.
Little fluttery,
you know what that means.
And limp. I mean,
basically, the wind is not hitting 10 miles an hour. It's right in the 5-mile-an-hour range.
Pretty
Just
well.
barely moving the flags off the pole.
Which is really windy for professional golf and less than a breeze for West Texas. The set and the 2-2. Breaking ball just off the edge of the plate. Phillips thought he had it, but a little bit too outside for the umpire's taste.
Yeah, Phillips had
it. According to the Friendship fans, which you say are never wrong.
That's right. That was a little bit of a strike.
And the payoff pitch hit back foul over our heads. We'll see it once again.
I'm going to close the book on a couple of these pitchers for you, Choice,
Please
for
do.
Permian. Jordan Muchalek went 1 1/3 innings, 3 hits, 4 runs, 3 of them earned, 2 walks and 3 Ks. And Noe Brito went 2 full innings pitched, 6 hits, 4 runs, all earned, 1 walk, and 0 strikeouts. And don't forget that Muchalek also gave up a home run.
And the payoff pitch misses outside on a breaking ball. Phillips issues his first walk of the day. He did have a hit by pitch in the 3rd, but first walk handed out by Austin Phillips will be a leadoff walk for Taylor Sullivan. And there was a courtesy runner, but the switch happened quickly.
Number 7, Isaiah
Let's
Flores.
see if we can get the number on that in a moment.
Number 2.
As Isaiah Flores will step in to hit.
That's Ethan Valencia that's running for the catcher Taylor Sullivan.
Valencia, thank you, Keith.
You're welcome.
Flores will swing at the first one. It's fouled off to the right side and out of play.
Did that all by myself. Had no help from anyone.
Not even going to give any credit.
Yeah. Thank you to Kyle Rogers, PA man extraordinaire, for helping me out with the scorecard there, or with the lineup card.
And the 0-1 misses high and outside. You better give credit in kind of a distant way. He's your boss.
Everybody's my boss, Choice.
Well, that's pretty true. I know how that works. Phillips will look over to first and come set. Kicking the 1-1. Curveball. It looked like it caught the plate. It missed his spot. He was going for the outside corner, but it caught or should have caught the inside edge. But sometimes umpires, when you miss your spot that bad, will not give you the strike call.
You're far more generous than I am, Choice. He missed his spot on the outside edge. It caught the heart of the plate.
The 2-1 pitch misses outside this time. As Phillips is all of a sudden finding a little bit of struggle finding the plate. 3 balls and a strike.
And we're not trying to be overly critical. It's just kind of part of high school baseball. You do have a lot of variety.
The 3-1 swing and a miss as Flores chased after the high fastball.
You get a lot of variety from these guys. I mean, they want you to swing the bat, so it's not always exactly what you expect.
Phillips will set in the payoff pitch. Swung on a miss, strike 3 as Flores chased after that one. Second time he struck out today. The 4th strikeout issued by Austin Phillips on the mound today. And the Tigers, their first out here in the 5th. We'll bring up Noe Brito for Odessa Permian. He was retired on a ground out to shortstop his first time up. Tigers would gladly take a grounder to short right here with runner at first base. As Brito takes kind of a tomahawk cut at the first offering from Austin Phillips. No balls and a strike. Wasn't quite a smooth, flat, level swing through the zone. Gonna chop down on it a little bit. Brito, a tall, slender kid. 0-1 pitch. It's down in the dirt, and Brito looked like he started to offer at it, but no appeal.
Brito is tall and slender. He's a guy at a Texas Tech game. You may hear someone from the first base side yell to him that he's built like angel hair pasta.
1-1 pitch, swing and a miss. And again, Brito comes up empty. His as Phillips is just trying to overpower with the fastball here. It's the number 9 hitter in the order. He's not messing around. Phillips sets, and here's the 1-2. This one lined out towards left center field, and it's well struck. It'll get down for the hit. McFarland cuts it off before it gets to the wall. He'll throw it in, and a great relay will keep the runner at third base. But it's a double, a one-out double for Noe Brito. And the Permian Panthers with their first real sign of life offensively coming here in the 5th inning. They've got runners at second and third with just one out.
It's not like you're in a situation where you're getting worried or anything, Choice,
No.
but Austin Phillips is now over 60 pitches, so you do wonder, if he is starting to tire a little bit. This is kind of those doldrums of the game where you can start to wear out a little bit and kind of start trying to force things. You talked about him trying to power one in earlier, and he missed his spot. Might be a sign of tiring a little.
I'm going to bring up Manny Guerrero, the now pitcher for Odessa Permian, the third pitcher of the game. Just takes the first pitch for a strike. Phillips peering in to Kennard, gets his sign and comes set. The 0-1 in there for a strike on the outside corner. No balls and 2 strikes. Phillips could really use a strikeout here with the runners at second and third and just one out. That would be ideal. Guerrero will call time. He was hit by a pitch in his last time up as he took a curve ball off the lower back buttocks area.
So the home plate umpire called time. He kind of waves the spirit fingers, but he walked out of the circle. It almost was like an HBP call when you kind of come out to the baseline.
0-2 pitch. Hit on the ground well, but foul as first base coach for Permian thought about fielding it, but then probably wisely pulls the hand back late.
There were 2 thoughts there. He thought about fielding it, and then he thought better of it, I think is what happened.
Yes.
Wisely. And no fault here for me. I don't want anything to do with one of those either.
Now the set and the 0-2. Fouled off to the left side. You wouldn't field anything without a glove? I went through a little fielding slump in high school. Slight fielding slump. So my coach with the fungo.
Sophomore to how long?
No. Thanks, Keith.
I'm just kidding.
As Phillips comes set. And the 0-2. Looped out towards left field, and it's going to fall in front of the left fielder, McFarland, who bobbles it for a moment, but the runner doesn't advance past that. So one run does come across on the Manny Guerrero RBI single. Brito stays at third base. And now there's runners at the corners with Caden Bedrick up for Odessa Permian. The lead now cut to 8-1 Friendship.
Yeah, just a little looper out there. And as you said, McFarland did have a little bobble, but it didn't affect the play. There's not going to be any error assessed there, but just a little looper in front of him. And he got where he needed to field it and got it in quickly.
First pitch out to Bedrick, goes to short, going to second for one, back to first, and dig by Robinson, a double play. And the Tigers with a fantastic defensive gym to get out of the inning. Permian does plate 1 run in the inning on 2 hits.
No errors.
No errors. And 1 man left stranded. Friendship Tigers leading at 8-1 over Odessa Permian. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th. It's Friendship Baseball on Oldies 97.7.
Todd's a great guy. I mean, look at him. What a sweetheart. Attaboy. Wait, Todd, what are you doing? How totally selfish and un-Todd-like of you. Come on, Todd. Come on, man.
And we're back here at Tiger Field alongside the one and only Keith Patrick. I'm Choice Woodman. Friendship Tigers leading it over Odessa Permian 8-1 after 4.5 completes. Tigers coming up to bat here in the bottom of the 5th inning. It's Isaac Hernandez in the 8th spot. Brendan McFarland. And back to the top of the order with Jacob Gutierrez.
Really nice double play there to end that inning choice, and that was the 15th double play of the season for the Tigers, but the 11th in district play. So you've really seen them from a defensive standpoint really come on through district play in turn and 2.
And Kaiser does a phenomenal job to get that out of his glove extremely quickly.
He has a beautiful little flip over there.
Yes. As Manny Guerrero back out for his second inning of work-ish.
It's just apparent. That's just a play in baseball where it's so apparent when there's chemistry.
Yes.
And where guys have really worked together on that.
Hernandez let the first one go by high. The next one misses low. So he's ahead in the count. 2 balls and no strikes. So far, Guerrero's just faced 2 batters, but retired both of them. The Tigers have found success tonight against Permian pitching. The kick of the 2-0. This is high and outside. Ball 3. Keith not trying to jinx anything, because I don't believe in jinxes. But if the Tigers do play 3 runs in this inning, the game's over.
Well.
But I knocked on the Formica, so we're good. 3-0 pitch in there for a strike. It's at back doors on the curveball.
Somewhere, Coach Curtis is shaking his head at you. And you deserve it.
There's a chance he's listening, too. The 3-1. A swing and a miss. Hernandez went after it. Might have been a strike, might not. It was a borderline pitch. But it fills the count up. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Isaac Hernandez. The wind and the 3-2. Hit in the air off to the right side. Foul territory. Brito moving over. Now in and now drops it. As he had it in his glove for a moment. That's going to be an error on Brito.
Yeah, he got a little bit outside of it into foul territory here, just halfway down the first baseline, and ended up realizing it was to his right and had to reach across and turn his glove over, and that's always going to be a surefire way to make a mistake.
And the weird thing was he kind of looked down right before he tried to catch the baseball like a fielder would if the fence was closing in. The 3-2 pitch, they made him pay for it. Ball 4 on what was going to be an out. It's an E3 and ends up being a walk for Isaac Hernandez.
Well, kudos to Isaac Hernandez tonight. He's reached twice on a walk and also got hit by a pitch. Not that I want to advocate him wearing one, but finding ways to get on base is really important for anybody, especially when you struggle a little bit at the plate. I mean, you are contributing to your team offensively when you can get out there.
Manny Guerrero now pitching from the stretches. He'll face the lefty Brennan McFarland. McFarland lets the first one go by on a fastball over for strike 1. McFarland 1 for 1 today. Had the 2 RBI single in the 3rd. Walked in the 2nd and came around to score. As Guerrero sets. The 0-1. A swing and a miss on a changeup that McFarland's way out in front of. No balls, 2 strikes. Hernandez over at first base with nobody out. It's a modest lead. I haven't put an error up yet for Permian, but kind of hard not to give him one there. Maybe since he was on a slight jog, they're giving him some sort of benefit of the doubt. Nonetheless, Guerrero sets. Again, modest lead for Hernandez. He's not going anywhere. 0-2 pitch just off the plate outside is McFarland with a tough take, but it's called a ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes. McFarland in this series is 1 for 4, but has driven in a pair and scored 1 and walked once. McFarland sets. Excuse me. McFarland at the plate. It's Guerrero that sets in the 1-2. Swung on and fouled back. So he got just a piece of it. Enough to spoil it and stay alive. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out as we play the bottom of the 5th inning. Tigers leading at 8-1 after or against Odessa Permian. The kick in the 1-2. hit off the fist in the air to the right side of the infield. Second baseman Adams is underneath it. He'll make the two-handed grab for the first out here in the bottom of the fifth.
Well, I guess you can't get them all, Choice, but that was McFarland's had a heck of a night. A great job by the senior this evening. I mean, he's 1 for 1 with a walk. He's got 2 RBI. 1 for 2 now with a walk, 2 RBI, and a run scored. Just a nice night for him. Nice season for him as well.
No doubt about it. Jacob Gutierrez will step back up and hit for the 4th time in 5 innings. And the first pitch misses inside, gets away from the catcher Sullivan, which should be a pass ball. That allows Isaac Hernandez to head on down to second base. As Gutierrez, well, he's having himself a night for a season. 2 for 3 tonight with a pair of RBI singles. Was retired in the 3rd on a 4-6-3 double play. It was fairly questionable. The set by Guerrero. Does a little shimmy. And the 1-0. It's down low for ball 2.
He does have a little settle-in shimmy, doesn't he?
Guerrero likes to do a little dance before he comes completely set. Just making sure everything's working there.
Shake it all down.
So he sets, flips the arms, shakes the shoulders a couple times.
He does have a lot of shoulder movement.
Gets out all the bad before coming home. The 2-0.
Gets out all the bad.
A swing and a miss. Gutierrez out in front of that one. 2 balls and 1 strike.
Feeling you like it. You liking it on Wednesdays here, Mr. Woodman. You're full of them tonight. I like it.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. But who can't be happy on hump day? Guerrero sets and shimmies. The kick in the 2-1. Hit in the air out to right center field. The right fielder moving over on it, and he'll make the catch. Hernandez tags up, but he'll hang back at second base after a dart was tossed in by the right fielder, who to us is still nameless.
Yep, no idea.
Not certain. He's got a good arm out there.
Yeah, as the right fielder should.
Hit maybe Mushalek, the pitcher, but we're not certain. The starting pitcher, that is. Gutierrez retired for just the 2nd time today on the fly out to right. That'll bring up Christian Kaiser. He's one of the Tigers, one of the rare Tigers who hasn't found success today. Did reach on an error in the 2nd, but he's 0 for 3 today. Runner out at second base in scoring position. And Kaiser swings at the first one he sees. Grounds it over to third base. Bedrick is up with it, and he'll throw across in time to get the runner at first base for the final outs of the inning. Sorry for the pause there. The first baseman threw it over the head of the third baseman after they recorded the out, but it was the third out of the inning. I don't think he knew that there was 3 outs.
There's some confusion here. Hernandez ran into the shortstop as he was trying to run. Coach Reynolds ended up sending him home after the throw went over the third baseman, as you said, but there was originally a call of safe.
Oh, okay. So
that was still a live play as far as anyone knew.
So now they do call him out. The umpire went back and said he was out after the fact. So I'm not sure if he just signaled the wrong signal by mistake.
The infield umpire waited until Hernandez got to home plate and then looked down and said he was out. So I'm not really sure.
So some confusion for sure. We'll try to sort through it in a little bit. But we're going to head to the 6th inning. Tigers score no runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 left on. We head to the 6th. Friendship leading at 8-1. It's Tigers baseball on Oldies 97.7.
This is the story of a boy who didn't talk for a long time. The boy liked things to always be the same. Any changes would scare and upset him. The unknown was an unfriendly place. The boy was very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where they couldn't get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. He wasn't trying to be mean, it just made him feel uncomfortable. Sometimes he would flap his arms again and again.
One day I found out I have something called autism. My family got me help. Slowly, I found my voice and learned all the ways I could live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
And welcome back to Tiger Field. It's the start of the 6th inning as Austin Phillips back out for his 6th inning of work. Friendship Tigers leading at 8-1 over the Mojo of Odessa Permian. Tanner Adams in there for the 3rd time today in the right-handed batter's box. Takes a strike over the plate. The 0-1 offering just misses to make it 1 ball and 1 strike. Adams against Friendship this year, 0 for 3. Does have a pair of walks, though. 0 for 2 tonight. So he's hung around second base. A ground out to second, a fly out to second. The kick in the 1-1. Hit softly in the air off the fist out towards right field. Brown will get underneath it as he glides over to the baseball and make the catch for out.
He really did.
Number 1.
He really did kind of glide over there. He kind of that was a good description choice. I mean, he just had this ease of movement, just getting over there, no big deal.
Okay,
Hernandez was coming back, pointed the ball. Brown just one-handed catch.
I've
I'm
always
a senior.
been jealous of those kind of people that can good receivers and good outfielders. His first pitch swinging is via. He hits it on a line at 1 hops to second baseman Hernandez, who gathers it very well and throws over to first in time for the out. So quickly 2 outs here in the inning.
I was going to say the same. It was actually a really nice job by Hernandez because he did wait on the ball, but it bounced right in front of him, so he caught it around the belt, but fielded it very well and sidearmed it over to Riley Robinson. Really nice play by him.
Hopped up into the gut, but he gathered it. First pitch to Jared Carrasco, misses outside for ball 1. Yeah, I was saying I've been jealous of guys like that because I guess me being heavy set and heavy-footed, when I run and I'm looking for a baseball, everything's bouncing around. It's kind of nicer. It's kind of nicer for when you can glide over to something to a baseball like that.
Well, and I wasn't necessarily going that direction with what you were saying, Choice. I was just thinking, I've always just been jealous of the guys that make it look so easy.
Oh,
you know,
that too.
I mean, anytime a ball comes my way, it's like the worst thing that's ever happened to me. You know, every thought in my mind is trying to focus on making something happen and not embarrassing myself. And he just eases on over there and makes a catch in something that otherwise might have been trouble, but it's no big deal.
A 2-0 pitch hits on the ground out towards Isaac Hernandez at second base. Gloves at the sidearm flip with ease over to first base. And once again, the 3rd perfect inning for the Tigers here in the ball game. No runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left on. As Permian goes in order, we head to the bottom of the 6th. Tigers still leading at 8-1. It's Friendship Baseball on Oldies 97.7.
Because of you, I felt hopeless.
I know it was a joke, but it still hurt me.
Because of you, I felt wanted and not alone in this world.
Because you said hi to me on the first day of school, I felt included and I knew that I was going to be okay.
And we're back here at Tiger Field. It's the middle of the 6th inning. Friendship leading at 8-1 over the Odessa Permian Panthers. So we start the bottom half of the 6th. Due up, it's 3, 4, and 5. The meat of the order for Friendship. Peyton Kennard, Riley Robinson, and Colton Brown.
The 6th for the Tigers, number 20.
Manny Guerrero, who's come in and done a good job so far for Odessa Permian. He'll be back on the mound for another inning of work. As Peyton Kennard will step up to the plate. He's 0 for 2 today. Was hit by a pitch, though, in the 2nd. Reached that way. As the lefty will wind and come home. First pitch to Kennard, and it catches the bottom of the zone for strike 1. Tiger hitting has been really solid tonight. Plating 8 runs so far. Would love to plate just a few more. The 0-1. Swing and a miss as Kennard took a big cut at one on the outer edge. Came up empty. The ball's 2 strikes. Nobody out. The 0-2 pitch hit on the ground out towards short. The shortstop Flores up with it and throws across in time to Brito. for the first out of the inning. So he beats Kennard at first base on the 6-3 putout. That'll bring up Riley Robinson. The big Riley Robinson is 1 for 3 today as he crushed the ball to the right center field fence back in his last at bat in the 4th. But Robinson this time will hit from the right-hand side as he faces the left-handed pitcher. It's fouled off to the right and out of play. Robinson is the switch hitter that rarely hits from the right-hand side, but occasionally he'll face a lefty in there.
Yeah.
And the next one misses low for ball 1.
You know, Choice, I was thinking about this Permian Panther team, an improved team, I feel like, over last season, but a name that I just realized is missing. First-team All-District outfielder Christian Schauner is not in the lineup tonight.
1-1 pitch fouled back to the screen. I believe I don't want to speak wrong here, but I believe I saw that he got hurt earlier in the season. And that is a big absence for that team.
Sure.
1-2. Breaking ball stayed upstairs. Evening up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes for Riley Robinson. Guerrero winds and comes home with a 2-2. Hit high out into center field. The center fielder Hernandez barely moves, and he never saw it. That's why he's not moving. That one just dropped about 25 or 30 feet in front of the center fielder.
He never moved a step, and it fell 50 feet in front of him.
I just thought, man, he just played perfectly because he just sat there. I'm like, wait, that ball's not around him.
Well, Riley Robinson had made. So number 4, Riley Bradshaw will be the courtesy runner he's pinch running for Riley Robinson.
One of the seniors here on senior night.
Absolutely.
Bradshaw getting in. That's
but also Tanner Adams went out to get that ball as it fell, and he threw it in, missed his cutoff man, and ended up going into the infield. So just a little bit of a mess all the way around there, but Riley Robinson ends up on first and now being pinch run for by Bradshaw.
It looks like a rip through the left side in the stat sheet. It's a single nonetheless, but it is just a very odd type of single as Colton Brown steps in, takes a hack at it, but fouls it off to the right side. Brown still yet to be retired today. 2 for 2 with a home run, pair of RBIs, a pair of runs scored, and a walk. Trying to get just about every stat in there.
Yep.
He'll take a double or a triple here. The 0-1. Misses low and away.
Robbed earlier. He advanced to second on a wild pitch. Didn't get a stolen base in there.
Yeah.
Plenty of time.
Could have. I'm sure he would take another home run, too. Probably wouldn't thumb his nose at that. 1-1 pitch. Misses high. 2 balls and a strike. The wind still pretty well what it's been all game. Around 5 miles an hour or so. Blowing across the field, but kind of out to left field.
Got another pinch hitter coming up here after Brown as well.
2-1 pitch. Brown was swinging for the fences on that one as he comes up empty on the.
He heard you, Choice. The windows are open. Got big Michael Hernandez over there in the on-deck circle for Austin Phillips.
If they could hear us, I'd be a little more concerned with what I was saying.
What about all our 5s of listeners at home?
All 5 of them. The 2-2. Fouled back. Good job by Brown of spoiling a curveball on that one. Fouled off the catcher Sullivan, who's going to get the preferential treatment by the umpire, walking the baseball back to the pitcher. Now chatting a little bit, too. Sullivan didn't seem to be in much pain, so does seem to be okay, though. Always a good relationship, camaraderie between the catcher and umpire. Have to have that.
Until there's not.
Until there's not. The set by Guerrero. The kick in the 2-2. Fouled back again as Brown spoils the pitch. The count remains at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 1 out. as we play in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Tigers leading at 8-1. Runner at first base is Bradshaw. Pinch running for Riley Robinson. Guerrero shimmies and comes set. The kick in the 2-2. Fouled back again. Umpire initially signaled strike, but then he comes up with a foul signal a little bit after that.
Clayton Eccles has hustled out twice to gather balls as they come off the screen, but I'd like to see a little more hustle. I mean, a slide back there, give me a little flair. He's juggling in the dugout right now, actually. So
not anybody.
We know he's got the skills.
Not everybody can be Tanner Adams.
The greatest I ever saw in that situation was a
2-2 pitch lined foul over the dugout of Friendship.
Was a player from Sam Houston State,
really?
In the regional in 2017, Texas Tech. Never saw the field except when he jumped out of the dugout to just bolt down the left field line, sliding and diving for balls.
Nice.
It was fantastic. I wish he was a saddle tramp just to be down there doing that.
I actually I got very little playing time my junior year, so that's where I learned to jug out. Well, first half of my junior year, I learned how to juggle in the dugout.
Nice.
As well. As Brown sends it down the third base line on the ground, and Chad Reynolds with the nice handy grab over there.
Barehanded grab down there past third base bag and the toss back to the pitcher.
Showing it off a little bit.
Yeah, still got it.
Says I played at Tech one time. Back in the day.
Coach Reynolds played at Tech. Choice, he played at Friendship.
Oh, sorry.
Took this team to a state title game.
He did. Went on to play for Texas Tech. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. As Brown with a really good at bat, but does come up empty. But really fought off some tough pitches from Guerrero there.
You got
it's second strikeout of the day by Guerrero. As Michael Hernandez will pinch hit for Austin Phillips.
Got a couple of Red Raiders on this coaching staff. I mean, lots of Red Raiders, but a couple of former Red Raider baseball players.
Yes.
Brandon Roberson also played for Texas Tech and was the chief of staff for Coach Larry Hayes in the early 2000s as well.
That is right. Michael Hernandez will step in. A little lefty on lefty here. Going against the numbers in the first pitch. Fouled off the bat as Hernandez started to offer at it, but it was defensive more than anything. I was a little worried it got him on the hand, but
I thought
no
it hit
reaction.
his hand. Yeah, you didn't hear metal, so I was thinking it was his hand.
Must have just hit the handle there. And fortunate didn't get the hand because he'd be writhing in a lot more pain than he's showing, which is not. The kick in the 0-1. Hit well out to right field. It's into the right fielder Guerrero, or not Guerrero back, but the right fielder back, and he'll make the catch just in front of the wall. For the final out of the inning, so Hernandez gives it a ride, but against the wind a little bit. Doesn't quite have enough to send it out of the ballpark. That will retire the side in the 6th for Friendship. No runs on one hit, no errors, and one man left on. We'll head to the 7th. It's winning time for the Tigers. Friendship leading at 8-1 over Odessa Permian. It's Tigers baseball on Oldies 97.7.
Oh, look, a redhead. Staring contest. You still got it. I know.
Come alive with the forest.
The dad was cute.
They were looking right at us.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
And welcome back to Tiger Field. It's the 7th inning as the Friendship Tigers lead at 8-1. And first pitch swinging is Easton Hernandez, hitting it over to third base. Another nice play by Jacob Gutierrez as he grabs it on the slow roller, throws across in time for the out. One pitch, one out for Austin Phillips, the pitcher for the Tigers. And the Tigers are 2 outs away from getting the victory tonight.
That's a star in my book for Jacob Gutierrez. That was a beautiful play from third base, advancing hard on the ball, again throwing on the jump across his body. I mean, on target for Riley Robinson, just making it look easy over there.
He does make it look easy, and you can tell he has done that thousands of times out of repetition just to make it look so smooth. As Gutierrez, just a cool customer over at third base when anything is hitting his direction. Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, I know that their ability, the ultimate comparison is not to our ability.
As Taylor Sullivan hits a one-hopper back to the pitcher, Phillips gloves it, puts the head down, jogs to first base, and underhands it over to Riley Robinson for the second out of the seventh inning.
I would have been lucky to get to the ball Gutierrez fielded at all without falling down. And he made it look easy, getting it, throwing it on target for the out. Yeah, big situations. I don't know how these guys do it.
Now Isaiah Flores going for the hat trick and strikeouts today. He's 0 for 2, and he represents potentially the last hope for Odessa Permian, as he'll take the first pitch outside for ball 1. Did face a full count before going down swinging in the 5th. The 1-0 misses just a bit high. 2 balls and no strikes to Flores. 2 outs in the top of the 7th inning. Tigers leading at 8-1 here on senior night. The kick in the 2-0. Just a touch low. 3 balls and no strikes. However, he did fall behind 3-0 to Flores, and the last time he came back to strike him out. The 3-0 pitch, a called strike on the outer edge at the top of the zone as well. Flores taking the entire way. Phillips always from the set, comes set. 3-1 in there for a strike. Always from the stretch, I should say. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Permian down to their final strike of the game, and the payoff pitch missed high and outside, ball 4. As that's just the second walk given out by Austin Phillips today. Flores heading on down to first base, keeping the game alive, at least for the time being for Odessa Permian. There's Noe Brito, the only extra base hit of the game for Odessa Permian has come off of his bat. They've got 4 hits total today. And he'll take a big cut out, come up empty on the first offering off the right arm of Austin Phillips.
Phillips well within the limit, just to his 84th pitch of the day. He's been pretty efficient. He's put him down in order 3 times so far tonight.
If he gets close to his limit, things have gone horribly wrong. The 0-1 pitch, a breaking ball, check swing that he went around on. So no balls and 2 strikes. Once again, Permian down to their final strike of the ball game. Runner out at first is Flores. Friendship leading at 8-1. Tigers will clinch a playoff spot with a win. The 0-2. Cold strike 3 at the top of the zone as Brito goes down looking. And the Tigers are victorious on the 5th strikeout of the night by Austin Phillips. Friendship wins it 8-1 over Odessa Permian here in Wolforth in the final regular season game at home for the Tigers. We'll take a break. Be back to wrap this one up. Tell you about the complete game effort by Austin Phillips and
ladies and gentlemen,
lots of the
stop by the
offensive
reception for this year's graduating
heroes
seniors.
as well.
It'll be down, held down by the concession stands on your way out.
Over
Please
the
stop
Odessa
by.
Permian
Congratulate this
Panthers.
group of fine young men.
It's Friendship Tigers Baseball on Oldies 97.7.